My sixth OCD beating tip is to not get Stockholm Syndrome. Now, Stockholm Syndrome is what happens when you start to identify with your kidnappers, and you may even defend your kidnappers. So even though your kidnappers have taken you hostage, and maybe they've taken you hostage for years, and they beat you, and they threaten to take away your life, and they confine you, and they trap you inside your home, and they won't let you do all sorts of things that you want to do, you still defend them and say, oh, well, yeah, he beats me all the time, but they did get us pizza, right? That's Stockholm Syndrome. So when you're sitting there with your anxiety disorder and you recognize, hey, this anxiety disorder, it's robbing me of my life. It's not letting me do what I want to at work. It made me drop out of school. It's preventing me from having real friends, from having a real relationship. It's causing all sorts of problems. It's costing me tons of money, but it does make me feel safe. That's Stockholm Syndrome, right? When you're defending parts of your anxiety disorder, even though you know it's ruining your life. So even though you know it's ruining your life and it's costing you who knows what in the future, and you still keep it around, and you still defend it, and you still try and keep certain behaviors. So this connects with tip number 5, where I talked about cutting out actions. Because often we'll acknowledge that we want to get rid of our anxiety disorder, we know it's causing problems, but we don't want to admit that it's the actions we're taking that are part of that problem, because often we want to keep those actions. A great way to look at some of the actions you may have and to figure out, are they part of your anxiety disorder? Am I trying to defend them even though they're causing me all sorts of problems? Is to look at whether or not you think you need those actions. And so often, if we think we need to do something, if we believe we need to do something in order to do something else. So if you believe you need to have a drink before you can talk to somebody, well, that's a good sign that, hey, maybe that's an unhealthy action. Right? If you believe that you need to go through a morning ritual before you leave the house, and you believe you need to think certain thoughts, and you believe you need to go through a particular checking ritual before you do anything, that ritual may make you feel safe. That ritual may make you feel that you're stopping bad things from happening, but that's contributing to your anxiety disorder. And so getting rid of your anxiety disorder is going to mean giving up those things that make you feel safe. So yes, when you've been taken hostage for so many years, as many people with anxiety disorders like OCD have, and you've been with your OCD for a long, long time, you can start to identify with your OCD. You can feel that that OCD is part of you and that you're part of it. It's not like that. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Don't get Stockholm Syndrome. Don't get hooked on those behaviors that are actually ruining your life. So they've taken you hostage, shoot them in the leg, throw them out a window, go get the police to take them away and lock them up in jail. You don't want to see them again. And so don't get Stockholm Syndrome for your anxiety disorder. Yes, it can feel safe. Yes, it can feel like you need to do it, but that's all just an illusion. Right? It's just an illusion created by the fact that you've been with it for so long. So ditch it. Right? So that's tip number 6. Don't get Stockholm Syndrome. Remember, even when you have those thoughts that, oh, well, I guess it's not so bad, and I do like to keep it around, accept that you're having those thoughts, but act according to your values. Act the way you know you need to act if you want to get healthy. All right? So don't get Stockholm Syndrome. Get rid of that OCD.